Hello everybody. So if you are here, that means you're already aware of the NPD person you're living with, the narcissist. And let me today tell you about how he does triangulation or how he flirts with other women right in front of you. Okay? And this is going to really kill you. It'll kill you the first time. It'll kill you half. You'll almost find yourself half dead the first time this happens. But I want to warn you in advance. Okay? In case if you already experienced it, I would tell you to ensure that the trauma that you go through, you minimize it. And that's in your hands now that you're aware of him. So this is what happened in my case. So what this NPD spouse of mine would do is, he would, first of all, he would never ever take me to any restaurant. And I think the last time he took us out for a meal outside must be like 6-7 years ago. And now when this happens, he will see to it that some other couple is also there with you, okay? And he only takes you out when someone else is there. He never takes you out with you and with your child or your family. So some other family has to be there. Now, in the case that some other family is there, he will see to it that all attention is bestowed upon largely the woman of the other family, okay? Or if you're going out with like your two couples out, then he will bestow all his attention on the other woman. Okay, right in front of your eyes. He will flirt with them. And because of the dynamic personality he is, the charming man he is, the gift of gab, the way he speaks, he's already famous with the ladies. He's a charmer, absolutely. And this woman may be his best friend's wife or his friend's wife. And largely these people are friendly, it's called as flying monkeys. And there is a financial interest that he shares with those men. Like he might have bought expensive club memberships for them, or some business contracts for them, or he may be running, some agents, some business with them. So they are partners, and they are all, even the men are quite charmed by him, and they don't see that as flirting or this, as I said, drama. Expect anything with an NPD. Okay, the extent to which they can go, the limit of things they can do. You would have never even imagined, expected. Okay, so what he will do is with this friend, maybe it's it's like in collusion. He will flirt with this woman right in front of your eyes, and those women, of course, love it when such a handsome man or such a good-looking man or such a man who's so well traveled, who speaks so well, is talking to them and is giving so much attention. Which woman would not like it? Okay, so he gets all this attention, these women get that kind of attention, and he's giving it as much as possible. He goes, no actor on this earth can go to the extent he does in order to impress that woman in front of you, flirt with you. It could be subtle, or it could be, it could be happening outrageously. But because it's a public place, it may be happening it's completely non-physical. But then what kills you is that throughout that 1 hour or 2 hour you are at the restaurant, he does not even as much as look at you or smile at you or speak to you. Maybe in between, the restaurant outing, he may look down upon you for something you've done, the way you eat, or what you've ordered, or that you ordered too much, or that you ordered too little, or that you are bad at decision making. In any case, he would have paralyzed you with all of these things beforehand, and now he's just telling you how bad you are. But so those 2 hours that you spend in the restaurant, you will remember for the rest of your life because of the trauma of seeing your man flirt with a woman so outrageously. Now understand that this will become almost like a ritual. Okay, I'm not saying that you have to get used to it, but expect it and be ready for it, for the whatever reaction that you're going to show, and understand that whatever reaction you show, you will be heavily, you and the flying monkeys, his set of friends, will be very cruel to you about it. Okay, they will make fun of you. They will understand that you're very insecure. They will do name calling, and they will say that it's all in your head. And in fact, they may even you may even be taken to a psychiatrist for having a suspicious nature, for having a doubtful nature when there is really nothing to it. Because when a man flirts with another woman, you cannot prove it on paper, and you cannot take CCTV images because physically nothing happened. Okay, so as I said, Anyways, as I seriously believe that the age of physical violence is not completely but largely over because of CCTV cams and smartphones, smartphone cams, and the kind of vigilance we have. So now the only way sadists can get you is by traumatizing you emotionally. So the first thing you have to do with an NPD is to cut down on the emotional factor. Get practical. Okay, and of course the first thing is you have to get out of this relationship before there's it completely ruins your life 100%. But meanwhile, this advice will help you. Now, now you have to beforehand, have a plan ready. What are you going to do? Because the first time this happened to me, even to this day, I shudder. Those 2 hours that I spent when I saw him flirt outrageously with his friend's wife right in front of my eyes. Okay, and understand that he doesn't like that woman also. Okay, the way the NPD people are made, they are unfit for loving or liking anybody other than themselves, but they love and derive great pleasure by seeing you in pain. Now, after this is flirting in other ways, like he may get a diamond necklace or some jewelry for her, and this may be during the time that he is not even paying you enough money or barely paying you money to run your own house. Okay, you may be struggling with paying even with the basic bills, or all your salary is going to running the house. But here is your millionaire husband who is spending millions of rupees on buying his best friend's wife a diamond necklace or a bangle or something like that. Now this will doubly, there'll be lashback on you, because if you say a word against this, he's already seeing you in emotional pain and he's very happy. But if you create a scene, he will get your parents or your side of the family and convince them that you are overreacting to the situation. And please be prepared. He may give an excuse such as, this was bought because that best friend had lent him some money, and he did not want to repay that money in cash due to some tax reasons. And therefore, he decided to give this as a diamond necklace to his wife so that there is no tax on it. Okay, or some such vague reason may come up. But be assured that this is made to put you in trouble. And the further trouble comes up when your own people are not ready to believe you, when your own mother or your own family. I don't have a father, so I'm not sure what stand he would have taken if he could have seen through the narcissist's bullshit. But and they think that you are overreacting, that you have developed a suspicious mind, that you are of insecure nature, that you are very doubtful, and that you should really work on yourself, that you should be, independent with your feelings and all this bullshit. But understand that your own people have been standing against you because of the NPD person, and you will have to take these people also to a psychiatrist, maybe. Because if that support goes off you, then you are in further trouble. Because one of our life's biggest pain is when our own people turn against us. But if you are with an NPD spouse, please expect this. After this is the issue that, after a certain amount of time in the relationship, he may show you air tickets, as I saw it. Air tickets bought for a woman, and she's gone to some city, and surprisingly even your husband was not there, he was on a business trip at that time. Again, hold yourself tight, because he will give you an excuse that that lady had done a particular professional favor and refused to take money, and therefore he was forced to pay her back in some way. He did not want to take any services in free, and therefore he bought an air ticket for her. Now, but you know that this is not as simple as the reason given is, because even your husband was missing at that time. Now please understand one thing, or what I have understood, this man is not in love with that lady either. Okay, this is a very temporary thing, even if something has transpired. And why am I telling you all this? So that you don't go through the pain that a woman feels when she feels her man is in love with someone else. So first of all, cut it out that he is in love with any other woman. Okay, maybe he has used her the way he is using you. He is sucking her blood the way he is vampiring you. But now he is using her, this process of triangulation, to put you into as much cruelty as possible. And so this is how it goes. So what I would like to tell you is, in those moments, hold yourself tight. understand that there is no love between them, and he will dump her ASAP. And maybe this entire thing, this drama has been staged just to put you in pain. Okay, him spending money on her. Air tickets are not all that expensive also. So everything, this person can go to great length and great extent to see you in pain, because in your pain lies his pleasure. Alright, so first thing you do is you do not put yourself in pain, but of course I know you cannot completely 100% say that you will not be in pain. But all I'm saying is try and collect yourself as early as possible. Maybe you can even contact me, I'll try and help you, or you go to a good counselor. Go to a good counselor and understand that this is a part of the NPD strategy. Maybe he wants you to leave, and he's putting some kind of proof into your hand so that you leave, so that you exit. Now you have to make up your mind how you're going to take this. It's a very difficult situation. I myself am confused to this moment, considering my future, and the tedious, difficult path to divorce, which is equally difficult. Okay, so a lot of women are stuck in these kind of situations. But all I am trying to help you with is to not torture yourself. Stop this self-torture. Stop putting yourself in pain when you know this is just a drama meant to put you into trauma. So trauma, if you recognize you are better off. Otherwise you'll really suffer. And again, maybe your parents, at least your mother, she's also half confused. Your sister is confused. Your family members don't know how to react. They don't want the marriage to break up, but so all these things, you'll have to go through this gamut of horrible and difficult confusions, but it's your take. Like for example, if you're flying somewhere, you're in a flight, you may flirt with the air hostess, telling that, oh, she's so, my wife thinks that you are so beautiful. He may tell this to the air hostess. Or, there's this weird energy you will see between him and some other woman, and that will play out so traumatically on you. Okay, now that again is made, of course, he is, these kind of people, I think they are, as I told you, you were also never bought to be his wife, you were bought to be his victim, as the way I have experienced it. So, and he is not really in love with that other woman, however younger she is, however pretty she is. Else, if, as in my husband's case, then he would have dumped me long back and he would have married her. Why did he not divorce me? He is just having his cake and eating it too, but largely in that woman he does not love. Sooner or later, she will understand what she is doing. But yes, I just suffered. Now, so this is all that I have to tell you. Expect all these things and be prepared for it before. Thank you.